40,000 years ago, a caveman sat inside a dark cave, grabbed a piece of charcoal, and carved a picture of himself onto the wall for absolutely no reason except I was here and I wanted people to know it. Congratulations, that's the first selfie. 40,000 years later, a GenZ stood inside a bathroom, grabbed a phone, and carved a picture of himself into the cloud for absolutely no reason except I was here and I wanted people to know it. Same energy. So today we're asking the real question. Are ancient humans and Gen Z exactly the same? Let's find out one awkward historical comparison at a time. Reason number 1, the group chat was a campfire. Ancient humans sat around a fire every single night, not because they needed the warmth, because they needed the tea. Ugh took my spear again. Ugh always does this. That's it, that's a group chat, just slower and with more spears. He liked her story but didn't reply to my text. He always does this. Same drama, same circle. We just swapped the flames for a screen spear for a situationship. And honestly, the fire probably had better signal than most Wi-Fi routers today. Reason number 2, they both needed to flex. Ancient humans didn't have Instagram, so they painted their biggest kill on the wall of the cave for the entire tribe to see. Look what I hunted, look how strong I am, respect me. It wasn't about survival anymore. The meat was already eaten. This was pure, undiluted flexing. Not mine, but don't tell anyone. 40,000 years of evolution, and we upgraded from painting a mammoth on a wall to posting a rental car with a fake caption. Progress. Somewhere a caveman is looking down at us, genuinely proud. Reason 3, they both had trust issues with food. Ancient humans had one rule. Don't eat the berry until somebody else eats the berry first and doesn't die. You try it. Why me? Group decision. That's basically quality control. Somebody has to be the test subject. Let me check the reviews first. We didn't lose the instinct. We just outsourced the berry testing to strangers on Google Maps. Somebody left 1 star and said it gave them food poisoning, and now the whole tribe knows not to eat there. Honestly, the modern version is safer, but it's the exact same energy of let someone else take the risk first. Reason 4, they both valued their peace. Historians believe some ancient humans deliberately avoided dangerous hunts and just stayed behind, gathered berries, chilled by the fire, lived their best low-stakes life while everyone else risked getting stomped by a woolly rhino. Not my energy today. That caveman understood something deeply important, boundaries. Not my energy today. 40,000 years apart, same exact text. Some things really don't evolve, and honestly, some things shouldn't. Self-preservation is self-preservation whether you're dodging a rhino or dodging a group hangout you didn't actually want to go to. Reason 5, they both loved a good story, even if it wasn't true. Anthropologists think storytelling around the fire is one of the oldest human traditions, and it definitely wasn't always accurate. The mammoth was this big. That mammoth got bigger every single time he told the story. Classic exaggeration for clout, cave edition. So then he said, the Wildes thing, same instinct, same exaggeration. We just added a ring light and a wait for it caption. If cavemen had access to editing software, we would never have believed a single hunting story again. Reason 6, they both had a social hierarchy based on absolutely nothing official. No paperwork, no elections, just vibes. Some caveman just naturally became the one everyone listened to because he talked the loudest by the fire and had main character energy. Sound familiar? Ancient humans had a tribal leader. Gen Z has the friend who always plans the trip and picks the restaurant, and nobody remembers voting them into that job. Reason 7, they both feared the unknown dramatically. Ancient humans heard a weird noise in the bushes and immediately assumed a saber-toothed tiger. It was probably just the wind. Gen Z hears one buzz at 11 p.m. and immediately assumes bad news. It's probably just a pizza coupon. 40,000 years of evolution, and our brains still default to catastrophe before checking the facts. Reason 8, they both had status symbols that made zero practical sense to outsiders. Ancient humans wore necklaces made of animal teeth and claws, not for warmth, but to say, look how dangerous my life has been, I survived enough to wear the proof around my neck. Gen Z has limited edition sneakers that cost more than a car payment that they will never actually wear outside because getting them dirty would defeat the entire purpose. Neither generation can really explain why the object matters. It just does. It's not about function, it's about the flex. So are ancient humans and Gen Z exactly the same? Scientifically, no. One of them invented fire, the wheel, and eventually agriculture. The other one invented the phrase no thoughts, head empty, and somehow made oversized hoodies a personality trait. But underneath all the technology, the group chats, and the ring lights, the instincts never really changed. We still want to flex. We still want to gossip by the fire. We still want to opt out of the dangerous hunt and just vibe on the sidelines with a snack. We still trust a stranger to test the berry before we do. We still make the mammoth bigger every time we tell the story. 40,000 years of evolution, and honestly, we just traded the cave wall for a camera roll, the spear for a phone, and the campfire for a group chat that somehow still has more drama than the actual hunt. Maybe that's the real takeaway here. Humanity hasn't changed nearly as much as we like to think. We just got better lighting, faster Wi-Fi, and significantly fewer woolly rhinos to worry about.